Yeah, very good morning to one and all. So today we have been discussing in the previous sessions, with respect to staffing, as well as we have discussed about planning, organizing, controlling, and staffing, and where we have seen the indirect method of staffing, and direct and indirect method of staffing, and along with that, we have also seen how the selection process has to be carried out, and how best the employees should fit in. With respect to the policies and standards of the industry, and how much important it is to select an appropriate employee to that appropriate space. So along with that, continuation to that, as we all know that directing and controlling also plays a major role. So today's discussion will be doing it on directing and controlling, and we'll slightly touch upon the leadership styles as well. So, directing and controlling, we can say that meaning and nature of directing. So, directing means issuing of order leading to motivating and subordinates. So, it's very important to motivate the subordinates so that they uh, go about they go excited and they accomplish the required task well in time. So it's very important to the leader has to be motivating, has to always motivate the subordinates to accomplish their required task, and even it will create a positive environment for the entire system to work in a specific direction. So direction is a function of management which is related to guiding or inspiring people, inspiring human factors, or organizing to achieve organization missions and objectives. There are three elements of direction, namely communication, leadership, and motivation. So, as we know that directing plays a major role in day-to-day activity of any industry. So it's very important to have a specific mode of communication. If you're communicating something to your subordinates, it should be made clear. There should not be element of doubt, which will unnecessarily spoil the time for the subordinates to rethink into it and act according to those. So the clarity of thought is very important from top to down, and the leadership has to be very precise and clear, and has to just work along with the subordinates to achieve the successful goal and objectives of the industry. And motivation, as we know that motivation plays a major role in any of the sector, and we have to motivate our colleagues and whoever is associated with the industry to bring the industry to a right path, and to get the best outcome from the existing employees. So directing is an interpersonal aspect of managing by the subordinates and lead to understand and contribute effectively to the attainment of the objective. So as we have already specified that the every industry will have its own set of objectives, and all the individuals work together to achieve those objectives. So the direction plays a major role in order to achieve those things in without much disturbance. So directing consists of the process of techniques utilizing issues, and so there will be many problems faced by the industry, and you have to make sure that the operations are carried out in a systematic way and in a organized and planned method, so that you come out with success in the future. So this is about the meaning or nature of directing, and some of the principles of directing, such as harmony of objectives, unit direction of command, efficiency, direct supervision, effective communication, effective control, and follow through. So these are some of the principles of direction, and so objectives has to be given the most priority, and you have to have a direction of command. People should listen to the superiors, and work according to that. Efficiency has to be there. Effective communication has to be there. The control process should be proper. And you have to make sure that whatever you communicate should be clear enough for the subordinates to act according to that. And also follow through is very important to get the task accomplished by your colleagues or subordinates. So in this aspect, we would like to touch upon the leadership as well. So what do you mean by leadership? So leadership is very important for any industry to see. You should have good leaders, and you might have seen many leaders in day-to-day life who have done a lot of hard work to come out as a leader. It's not so easy to come out as a leader. So leadership, it's an art of process of influencing people so that they will strive willingly towards the achievement of the group goals. So you have to be a leader is not that simple. You have to bring a group of people and you have to motivate them, work with them, understand their problems, create a working environment for them, work together, eradicate the fear factor of the employees, and lead them towards the success. So when you do all these things, you emerge to be a good leader in the group of individuals. So there are few leadership styles which some of you have to practice so to become an worthwhile leader for the future. So the leadership styles traits approach, the leadership dealt with the personal ability. So you know that different people have different skills and abilities to achieve a certain set of goals. So every leader should capitalize their abilities and strength, as well as the leader should understand his weakness and should project make sure that he projects the strength rather than focusing too much on his weaknesses. So he has to bring people together and make sure that all the task, whatever it is assigned to the complete group, working in a team. In fact, a leader has to build a better team in order to accomplish the task in a systematic way. So the next one is the behavioral approach. The theories based on the leadership behavioral styles are based on the use of authority, then four system managing the managerial grade, and leadership involving a variety of styles and levels of using power and influence. So always subordinates will not find comfortable if you are utilizing your power and you are utilizing your uh, commanding skills and all those things. You have to work as an individual along with them to accomplish the entire task. So once the individuals work together, then only the things happen in a systematic way, and the final impact of the entire team has to be to the upliftment of the industry or to accomplish the objectives and goals framed by the industry, and to fulfill those things in order to have a uh, successful outlook when you complete the entire task. So this is very much important, and leadership plays a major role to bring people together for a set of desired task or set of desired outcome to be established. Then the third one, you can see this contingency approach to leaders, which combines both acrobatic and democratic. So what you can see here is the leader has to come out with all the skills what to bring the people together, and any minor issues, problems, whatever it is there within the team, he should be capable enough to solve those problems so that he can establish a better environment for them, and he can make sure that the assigned task can be completed within the specific time duration. So this is all about what we have been understanding about directing and controlling, and part of that we have also seen leadership and some of the leadership styles and some of the things which we have to be careful enough when you are working with a group of team members to accomplish a certain task. So along with this, we'll be also discussing further in the next class the motivational theories like Marcos' need hierarchy theory and Heisenberg's two-factor theory and so on. These things will be discussed in the next session. So thank you all for being part of this. Thank you. Thank you.